Alright, this is a quick, I guess, comic book haul slash collection video again. And like I said, I got some stuff in the mail today, and I went to my local comic book store as well. And I got this, X-Men Legacy 235. There we go, it's in focus. Chapter 4. Now, I think this is like my first video ever that this was the Second Coming storyline, but I didn't have the first printing of it. I got the third printing, which I always wanted to get the second, and I was just for some reason I was just rummaging through the back stock of my comic book store, which they don't have a big back store comic book selection. They don't have big back stocks. It's more the only thing you can find is 97, but they're 99 cents, and I found this. So you can imagine how happy I was when I found this. This is one of the ones that like I finally have all the first printings of Second Coming. Now on to stuff that I just got in the mail the other day, or Saturday. Daredevil 227. This is a whole, what's the right word? This is a whole Born Again storyline with Daredevil. Now the story to this is, the Born Again storyline is some washed out old girlfriend of Mad Murdock, there he is, sells his secret identity pretty much to the Kingpin, sells the secret identity as Daredevil to get some heroin, and Kingpin right there gets a hold of it, and he proceeds to make Mad Murdock's life a living hell. And this issue is pretty much it. This is the first issue of it. This is pretty much, he makes his life a living hell. I mean, he destroys his credibility as a lawyer. He gets into this bar. He blows up his house. And yeah, this is everything. Just the whole plan comes into order. And the second issue to this, 228. Now that right there is Mad Murdock. And as you can tell by his face, he has like a nervous breakdown. He has a complete breakdown, and it's titled appropriately, a Purgatory. Now this is, he just completely goes insane, man. He's talking to Pete. He's talking to his friend Foggy, and he thinks he's talking to him, and it's just a dial tone. He just loses it. I'm telling you, this is a pretty good storyline. Any storyline for a Daredevil fan. This is his descension into insanity, in my opinion. This right here is after this issue, and he's hit rock bottom pretty much. And in the previous issue, he attacked the Kingpin, and the Kingpin pretty much, more or less, kicked his ass. He kicked Mad Murdock's ass, and he ended up throwing him in a car in a cab, and he wanted to make it look like it was suicide, but Mad Murdock, climbs out, and this is him on the street. He's pretty much a bum now. He's homeless, and just pretty much, he's pretty much down in the dumps here. And Pariah. I don't know if that's an appropriate title, but yeah. And then we go to Born Again. Again, now this is appropriately titled, because right here, she's the one who rescues him from the slums. The slums? Yeah, slums is the appropriate word. And this is Daredevil 230. She rescues him from the slums, and pretty much we find out that right there is actually Mad Murdock's mother. I couldn't believe it. It was pretty good issue. You find out that that's his mother, so I was happy. Yeah, we find out it's his mother, and he pretty much recovers. And that's not Mad Murdock, by the way. That's what's that guy's name? Ben Urich, and he's pretty much on his way to try to destroy the Kingpin. Not destroy the Kingpin, but try to discredit him and try to prove Mad Murdock's innocence. And this is what happens here is, he finds the person who gets paid off by the Kingpin to tell those slander his name, Mad Murdock, and some really overweight nurse that just kicks his ass, Ben Urich, and that's him in the cast. And this is Daredevil 231, saved. And you remember I told you that the girl who sold his heroin? Well, he pretty much saved her in this issue. He doesn't snap at her, which I would if I was in his shoes, but and this is some lunatic that the Kingpin paid to slander the Daredevil name, and Mad Murdock pretty much makes a full recovery, remembers who he is, rescues his girl, and he pretty much kicks this guy's butt right there, and disrobes him and takes a Daredevil suit. And it's appropriate titled, Saved. And we're gonna go to 232, and I just gotta say, I love the cover on this. It's really awesome. God and Country. Pretty much some a mentally unstable person, unfortunately, gets tricked by the Kingpin to go after Daredevil in the country, and he murders numerous people. You know, numerous people, and Daredevil gets back in his suit and does whatever he can to stop it. Yeah, this is pretty much the gist of this, and you also get an appearance by Captain America. You can also see how, if you could just see my face, I'm happy about that. Captain America makes an appearance. Yeah, it was a pretty good issue. And then, the conclusion. Daredevil number 233. Armageddon. You see, Captain America makes an appearance, and this is the ending to the whole story arc. Daredevil is no longer a lawyer. He's living in a rough neighborhood called Hell's Kitchen, but he's satisfied. That girl I told you about is off heroin. The only thing I didn't like about this issue is the fact that the Kingpin more or less got off scot-free. I mean, don't get me wrong, his reputation got destroyed thanks to Ben Urich and Daredevil. His reputation got completely destroyed. The businesses reviled him, but he never went to jail. He never really paid for his crime sufficiently, so a little disappointed with the ending. But yeah, this is pretty much my latest comic book video. And this is like I said, the second, not second coming, but Daredevil Born Again storyline. This is a must-read for any Daredevil fan, and Frank Miller wrote it, so you get the the nitty-gritty style that he brings. But yeah, thanks for watching, anyone.